Hello, this is Dr. J back with some more Let's Play R-Type Tactics 2 Operation Bitter Chocolate. Last time, we successfully executed a strategy to destroy the Mad Miner in the Oberon mining facility, and then we destroyed some Bido within ice caves of Uranus, and then we were presented with a choice whether we wanted to fight in a very high wind area on Neptune, where we look like we would have to dive into ravines to avoid the wind, or a very tiny level where it says we're going to have to dodge comets. After thinking about it a little bit, I decided that the Comet's Cradle level looks like it's going to go a lot faster, and I didn't quite feel like I was in the mood for another big slog, so I went with Comet's Cradle. Now we picked up a spoils that supposedly has enabled us to build a new unit, and it looks like it's the Wise Man. Why can we not build this? Ah, because it requires a unit that we do not have. What unit would that be? I'm not sure I even recognized that. It looked kind of orange, didn't it? Do we need a spoils that I missed in order to build the prerequisite unit? Nope, it's the delicatessen. I see now. Okay. So the delicatessen upgrades into the Wise Man. I see. How expensive is that? Costs 120. I'm going to hang on to my money for now, then. Just, you know, saving up in case really awesome things become available later. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started, but let's not forget that, because we're not up against Bido this time, at least I don't think we are, we're probably not going to want to bring the Principality. Although, you know what, it doesn't matter because we're not going to have enough room to bring everybody anyway. Oh, but am I even going to have enough room to bring all my forces? I don't think so. Let's not worry about it then. Near the solar system's edge, crush the enemy while evading comets. 20 turn time limit, quite short, but the map is so tiny. The turn limit will not be a factor, I don't think. 2 selenium mining points, if we're confident enough to bring a craft. Finally, the outer edge of the solar system, nearing the... You know, I'm suddenly embarrassed to admit I don't know how to pronounce that. I've heard it, I mean, I've seen it spelled plenty of times, but I've never heard it pronounced, I don't think. Cooper Belt? Kuiper Belt? I don't know. I'm going to go with Cooper Belt. Nearing the Cooper Belt beyond Neptune's orbit, comets can be seen quite often. While avoiding comet collisions, the fleet is still advancing to Pluto. I had Lieutenant Gazarov take over while I was eating chocolate, drinking tea, collecting thoughts on people, was not doing much. Well, the game is called Operation Bitter Chocolate, so let's go with while eating chocolate. Eating chocolate and watching comets fall from a sea of stars. A message just came in from the control room. In the control room, Lieutenant Gazarov reported a Grand Zella patrol fleet has been spotted. Time to prepare the fleet for combat. Okay, we really have very little space to work with here. Just almost nothing. Just purely a contrivance of game mechanics. I can't think of any logical reason why we wouldn't be able to bring most of our fleet to bear. But fair enough. You know what? I may regret this. This may end badly for me, but I'm gonna bring a craft and do some mining. Hopefully the reduction in my fighting power is not too brutal. Let's also bring a Wise Man. The Wise Man impressed me once I learned how its homing force or guided wave cannon, that's it. Once I figured out how that worked. And of course we'll give it its Standard Force H. We'll bring our star that crossed the Rubicon. Along with its flexible force. Lastly, what do we want? A warhead? I don't know that we do. Maybe we want a grace note. Maybe I will bring a warhead. This is such a tiny map, having a long-range wave cannon seems less important than having one that spreads. I think that's it. That's all we have room for. Yeah. Minimal forces. Okay. I'll go ahead and make a save state here so we can quickly reload without having to go through the deploy phase again if things go really awry. Okay, and it's an enemy AWACS, an owl light just like ours. Yep, units hit by a comet are destroyed instantly, and it looks like they're going down and left. There's a single spoils. Note the comet's trajectory, units that run into it are crushed. Alright. So in other words, don't move my craft there. Now I don't know what their speed is the thing. I'm going to assume they don't just go all the way off the map in one go. I'm going to hope that deploying a couple decoys helps to make up for my lack of fighting power on this map. Okay, right there then, that's not in the comet's path. Nice view of Neptune in the background, and I should check... Okay, I have the animations the way I want them. If anything, I might want you to move back a space. You cannot, alright. It's amazing that we managed to be this cramped with this tiny little flotilla. It's because we have this whole column of hexes we can't put anything in, thanks to the oncoming comet. C'est la vie. I could desync my warhead. That would let it move real fast for a bit. Maybe I should. At least I'll have one mobile unit. Okay, the comets are not super fast, actually. That's useful to know. Surprise! By the way, what are you? The Prince Dan. Can deploy an aggressive decoy. Oh, that kind. I see. Alright, sounds problematic. Can you get out of the comet's path? If I move this, you can. Okay, this is gonna be tricky to make it do what I want. No, not like that. Do this, and then... Nope, nope, not like that. What if I tell you to do that? Ugh. No, no, not like that. Okay. No, dang it. This is not great. You know what? This is such a small map. It's not the end of the world if I lose my scouts, I guess. They just do a crazy back and forth motion. You know what? I don't even care. Okay, we got Comet's Cradle and Selenium Ore. Ah, it's a Hercules. With its rapid charging wave cannon. Okay, but it can't move up very far, so... It should be safe for the cross the Rubicon to move to here. Do I want to keep it attached to its force? I think maybe not. Oh, okay, the comet also is a blocker. It's blocking terrain. Oh, you can't go anywhere. The tail there counts as blocking terrain too. Gosh. Well, it's going to be a struggle to get anywhere, isn't it? It has effectively divided the map into two. Well, it is what it is, since I can't bring my wise man to bear. My units in the middle are just kind of going to have to make do. Oh, that was a decoy. Well, it did say that it makes decoys, so it's not like I wasn't warned. Goodbye, Owl Light. No, it survived. Goodbye, Owl Light. A salute for the AWACS. Interesting. They're really going for it. Oh, okay. One of the enemy just got destroyed by a comet. Beautiful. Well, let's return the favor. Almost. Starting to wonder if it's realistic to get any mining done in the middle of this war zone. It's not as if these Selonium mines are tucked off in a corner where the craft can mine in peace. Almost one-shotted. Can you finish the job, cross the Rubicon? Now I have concerns that POW armor is a decoy. But let's take out that Prince Dan. Okay, that went pretty well. Does it not have a Vulcan for return fire? It doesn't. On the other hand, we've got this guy to worry about. He can definitely get to where he could hit a lot of my stuff, so if I can hit him to remove the charge on his wave cannon, I probably should. There we go. Well, you can try, Craft. You can try. Good grief, it's hard to move anywhere. You know, if they're coming off the top of the screen, I probably don't want to leave my flagship too close to the top, huh? Oh, some screen tearing. I wiggled the window before we started too, so that's a little surprising. Alright, well I hope my flagship doesn't get destroyed. Another enemy ship destroyed. Oh, I should have thought of that. That was pretty obvious. I wasn't thinking. There was one out of vision. Well, goodbye to my force, I think. Yeah. Oh no, that was pretty disastrous because it hit both. Oh, that sucked really badly. Yeah, that sucked. It's going to get destroyed next turn by a comet, though, so there's that. And that being the case, just try to avoid it. Okay, that's... What's this? Superman charge. What? It came so slowly. How did you guys not dodge that? Well, that was a disaster of a turn. What? How many of these guys are there? Are there like 3 of them? They wiped out the... What? They one-shotted it. They one-shotted my squadron. Okay, well, so much for my fighting forces. They're all dead. Okay. Looks like we may be reloading, then. I'm not pleased, but what can you do? Ah, it shows where a comet is going to come from off the top of the screen. Okay. So just don't get into that one hex and we should be okay. Well, that's pretty fair. More fair than those triple Hercules that just one-shotted almost my entire fleet. I'm feeling a little salty about that. That was kind of ridiculous. That wasn't even all they had either. Good grief. Look at all this stuff. Wow. So they have at least 2 more fully functional squadrons and a jammer. We have definitely lost this fight, by the way. I think that much is abundantly obvious. So we're going to be reloading and trying again. Wow, look at all this stuff. We're horrendously outnumbered in this mission, apparently. Guess I might as well try to do some mining, why not? Why not, if we have completely failed anyway? Oh, you have a wave cannon ready. I didn't notice that. Well, that's about to suck. Wow. Okay. We have very clearly lost. We're going to reload. For the sake of speed, I'm going to turn the animations off for a bit. What have we learned? We have learned that the enemy forces vastly outnumber us, and that they have a bunch of Hercules that they are going to use to attempt to one-shot our forces like crazy. With great success if they're able to fire those wave cannons, so this we cannot allow. We also now know that the comets are slow and that the game is showing you the hexes are going to enter. That's what the leading glowies are. I guess I don't even need to desync yet. Now even if I make a decoy here, it's going to be forever until it can move, so I don't think it's actually worth it. That comet is quite a blocker. Okay, here they come. Let's turn some animations back on. And what do we want to use? Probably the search laser. The spread laser does a little more damage, but has a much lower hit rate. That was kind of pathetic. I kind of feel like maybe I should have just detached my force. Kind of feels like detaching your force is almost always the better option. They do a lot more damage. Like so. You're about to get blown up. Even if you are a decoy, that is not ideal. There we go. We're getting more of our forces past the comet this time. So that's good. The wise man not, though. But what we can do... Oh no, yeah, we can get it just ahead of the comet, so that's fine. Let's be a little more patient about grabbing that spoils this time. It's a little bit of a trap, a lure. Let's hope that this group doesn't get obliterated by a Hercules wave cannon, because that would suck. Going for the craft, huh? Interesting choice. And they lost one of their forces to a comet. Good. The AI is not very bright about not positioning its units where they'll get destroyed by mines and comets and stuff. I see an opportunity. Hello, Hercules. Meet the Bido Ball. Good. Which of these is the decoy? It's the Prince Dan, right? But if it's just going to blow up on my decoy, then I'm pretty okay with that. Oh, and they have a Hraesvelgr, whatever. Where are the other Hercules? Are they inside the destroyer? Oh, you never attached to this force, apparently. Or I detached you from it. Who knows? Now, do I destroy this, or do I finish the Hercules? Maybe finish the Hercules. They feel more dangerous to me. They're no joke. Don't do that. Surviving with 1 HP, that's just trolling. Be a good sport. I can't even hit it. That's beyond obnoxious. That is unbelievably obnoxious. It's going to get a full attack, despite being at 1 hit point. Oh well, what can you do? Not a whole lot. That may have been unwise. A 1-for-1 trade is not favorable to us in this situation. You might as well start mining. Each of these has 160. Alright, this could force us to reload again, depending on if they... Alright, that I knew would happen, and I'm okay with it because it damaged a bunch of its own units, so that was fantastic. And it finished off its own squadron. Good. Didn't even kill my decoy. Amazingly, it didn't one-shot my force this time. Uh-oh, I knew this was coming. I knew it. How devastating. Alright, that's gonna one-shot both them and the force. Granted, the force was already heavily damaged. That's borderline reload, but maybe not quite. I am not a fan of the Hercules, not fighting against them anyway. I have a feeling I would love having them on my side. That was pretty bad. That could end up being a reload situation, but we'll see. One of these is probably another decoy. What we really need to do is find those other Hercules. I don't actually care about the Hraesvelgr very much. You would think that warships would be more dangerous, and I guess the big ones are, but the destroyers are really not that threatening. About on par with one squadron, I guess. Oh, that's not your force. Right, your force got destroyed. Well, that's depressing. That's probably not... Oh, that is their flagship. I could go for a really cheeky win by just destroying their flagship. It's an interesting idea to not have to deal with their very superior numerically forces. I don't hate that plan. Because who wants to have to deal with all this? Oh, your wave cannon is ready too, wise man. If you don't take a hit, you'll be able to fire it next turn, and that'll be great. And I think that this force should be able to ram the destroyer. Yes. Taking fairly significant damage in the process, but also dealing, well, not nothing. It was less than I was hoping for, but it was something. Looks like maybe it doesn't play that scroll bar animation if you have support and movement animations turned off. So when I said that I didn't know of a way to turn them off, well, the statement I didn't know of a way to turn them off was accurate, but looks like there might in fact be a way to do so. Yeah. Board 2 and then it forks. If it wastes its shot on my decoy, then all to the good. Okay, sure, blow up your own recon and then damage one of my decoys. Good thing the AI is so stupid. Yeah, I think going for their flagship is a good play here, because we're so outnumbered. It's alright, Hiroko. I know it seems bad, but I have a plan. I think the situation's under control. Yeah, that comet is still in the way. You might want to deposit the selenium you have. We may win this turn. Actually, who had their wave cannon ready? You do. They both do. What's yours look like, Prince Dan? Just a straightforward one. Hard to say which poses the greater danger at the moment. Hopefully I don't regret this, but I'm going to try Vulcaning the Prince Dan with my AWACS. No kills, but they didn't counterattack, and that will reset their charge, so that's fine. Now, surround and ram that destroyer. Good. I think we win this turn. It sure is looking that way. So I better deposit my selenium, I think. Just to make sure that we get it. 100 isn't much, but it's not nothing. You know, I kind of want to wave cannon it. I think that'll finish it off. Let's go ahead and watch this wave cannon for sure because it's cool looking. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. It's the wise man I need. I almost made a mistake. There. Nice, we win. Oh, almost got 2 more kills. Almost. So, as expected, tiny map makes for short mission. Bit of a tough one. To me, at least, it definitely seemed like the correct answer was to go for a cheeky win by destroying their flagship rather than trying to systematically wipe out their whole fleet. Because they have quite a lot of numerical superiority. Testimony of reaching the Kuiper Belt. The solar system edge starts here. The Granzilla patrol fleet around the Kuiper Belt was defeated. Around the fleet, flows of ice started increasing in number, yet we had to press on into the Kuiper Belt. A distress signaling ship neared slowly, trying to avoid the ice. It's too fishy, destroy it, might be a trap. Try to ignore it. Promptly start rescue. Let's just stay alert no matter what. I ordered to vigilantly go nearer. As ordered, the crew vigilantly neared the ship. It was then safely recovered. The transport ship belonged to a mining company. In this region, it had to disguise as a normal cargo ship to hide its identity. While navigating, it collided with ice blocks and damaged the main engine. The captain and crew were very happy we came to help them. Additionally, with me being called Dobkera Buster, they gave us some valuable resources. I had them escorted, and the resources from the mining company were divided. You have received 200 Bitagen. Nice. So would I have not gotten that reward if I had ignored them or ordered them destroyed? We were ready to move the fleet toward Pluto. From here on, a dense sea of ice blocks called the Kuiper Belt followed. Ahead, what will the outcome of our journey entail? No. What outcome will we choose? Next up is... Wow, we went from 18 to 21. I mean, I understand that maybe 19 was the Neptune one. Maybe. But what happened to 20? Interesting. I am not sure. And that being the case, I'm going to go ahead and... Yeah, let's go ahead and overwrite the current slot, and we'll keep slot number 1. Just in case we want to go back and see how we might get some other branching missions. Okay, so she didn't say that we had anything new we could build in the R&D. So I'm guessing we're not going to see anything. No, indeed. What's our psychographic look like now? A little more toward bold. Interesting. Alright, well that's going to do it for this one. Took us 2 tries, but nonetheless that went pretty smoothly. Next up is Mission 21 Kuiper Belt. I'll see you then.